Hello and welcome to my studio. I'm Noemi from Pigeon Art, and today I'm going to be showing you all of my me-made wardrobe. I wanted to do this just for myself as a reference to see how many of the items in my wardrobe are actually made by me or altered by me to become a different item. The other thing I wanted to do was get myself inspired to sew again, because it's been a while since I've done some sewing videos, and I have a lot of items that I want to alter, or I have a few, bits and pieces that I'd like to make out of fabrics here that I have. So I'm going to do this in three sections. One's going to be what I made from scratch with fabrics. Two's going to be what I made from scratch with yarn, so knitted items. And three is going to be things that I've altered to be different items. Now, this top, for example, I did a video on it. I altered it to make it smaller. That's not what I'm talking about. We're going from dresses to tops, or long sleeve items to short sleeve items. That's more what it's going to be. So straight into it. This was the first top that I made in this shape, and I've now been reusing this shape multiple times to make new items out of. I then made this out of the same shape. It's a little bit different. This was just a piece of remnant fabric that I'd had in my wardrobe for ages. Because it was such a beautiful fabric, I was worried about using it and ruining it. And I made the decision that I would just get over it, make it into something, even if it's ruined, even if I can only wear it a couple of times. At least it's been worn and it's not picking up dust in my wardrobe. And then this one's a couple of more recent videos. I made this out of remnant fabrics earlier this year, and just a couple of weeks ago I did the embroidery and added the buttons on, and I've worn it, and I think it's just so cute and I love it. Got a couple of accessories here. So I made this just out of remnant fabric as well. And then I made this out of just bits and pieces in my stash for, need I say more? I don't wear it as much as others just because it doesn't quite fit as well as. So these were one of my earliest videos. I made these in one of my earliest videos on this channel. I wear them all the time except in summer, which is what we're coming out of now, so I haven't worn them much in the last few months, but I am wearing them again. I wore them last night, so. So next on my list is the knitwear. I have done a fair bit of knitting lately, so there'll be a few bits and pieces there. I'm going to start with this little guy. I made this a few weeks ago, I guess. My next item is my latest knit make. It was Harry Potter inspired. It was supposed to be some completely different, but ran out of yarn. What can you do? And I haven't worn it yet, but I only just finished it a couple of weeks ago, and it's rather hot still. Don't wear many jumpers at the moment, so. And this one, so another project where I ran out of yarn and had to improvise. I haven't worn it either, but again, it's been summer. We are starting to get cooler weather, but it's really like you might get cold in the morning and really hot, you know, in the afternoon. So it's it's here. It's ready to be worn if the weather changes. Now, accessories. I made this so many years ago. I used to wear it all the time. I haven't worn it much lately. And it was made with a big needles on a fine yarn, so it's got that look to it. This is a blanket, but I often wear it as a cloak, as a jumper. So I made this many years ago, actually because it's heavy and it actually molds around your shoulders and it's quite comfy to wear. And then hand warmers. These ones you would have seen in the video, my hand warmers video, which was quite popular. And I made these as well after I finished my friend's ones. And I like them as well because they're long. So if there is a gap between my coat or whatever, I will, you know, not feel cold. So. And lastly, I have all the clothes that I have altered to be a different item. These two items are items that I've turned into from a dress to a top. This one I did in 2 stages. A couple of years ago I turned it from a short dress to a top, and then maybe a year ago in one of my videos I took some of that fabric away. It was just really big and too much fabric. In the same video, I turned this from a really short dress into a top as well. This one was a video late last year where I took, it was a long sleeve item and I never wear long sleeves, so I took the sleeves away. And I really like this one as well. And I actually wore it to a wedding with a beautiful flowy skirt. So yeah, it's getting some use. And this guy was also a dress that I just wasn't wearing because it was too short, so I turned it into a top, and I wear this all the time as well, so getting plenty extra wear. My beanie that I added ears to. This guy. These were old jeans that I upcycled because they were destroyed at the crotch. My plan was to wear it when I'm doing furniture upcycles and stuff like that. This hasn't happened yet. I haven't done any, so. And I wanted to put an honourable mention to these pants. I mean, I didn't alter anything, I just added the embroidery, but the embroidery, these have been through the wash, and the embroidery is still doing well. I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope, you know, gives you some inspiration to get sewing. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like. It really helps me out. I upload every Sunday with art, DIY and sewing videos, so I hope to see you then. Bye!